Inequality in India. Equality, a condition or state in which people are treated the same. For one thing, that was not a description of Indian culture. A very large percentage of their religion, mostly Hinduism, seems to go purposely against that definition, in fact. The caste system, for example, separates people into different ranks. Some people are worse than others, and some are better. India used to be unequal everywhere, but thanks to efforts by historical figures like Gandhi and recent organizations like the Dalit Freedom Association, India is becoming more equal than it was. That's why this documentary is titled Equality in India.
If you're loved by someone you're never rejected, decide what to be and go be it. There was a dream.
India was never in a state of equality when it came to gender. This is because, according to custom, a girl must bring a gift to her husband's family prior to marriage. It may be a cow or a pig, but it is usually fairly valuable. Thus, if a family gives birth to a girl, it means they will lose money in the future. Some baby girls are not given proper nutrition or even killed because of this. For example,
You are watching UNICEF Television. 9-month-old twins Devki and Rahul have been brought by their mother to the Nutrition Rehabilitation Center located in Kolarus, India. While Rahul is a normal weight and size for his age, his sister Devki weighs just over half of what she should as a result of malnutrition. According to doctors caring for her, Devki was deprived of sufficient food because she's a girl. Devki's mother denies giving her son preferential feeding over her daughter, but the difference between the two is clear.
I was told that Devki had a throat problem at the time of birth, which continued for 2 to 3 months. I never detected any throat problem with her. She's malnourished. She needs better care and attention because if she gets a respiratory infection or any other infection, it will be more of a problem for her.
the birth of boys, on the other hand, is celebrated. The caste system is the pinnacle of inequality in India. It is part of the Hindu religion and separates people into different ranks. The Brahmins are the highest caste, the priests. The Sudras are the lowest. They are, of course, the untouchables, aka the Dalits, but technically they are not part of the caste system. The Dalits are the lowest of the low. Back to the caste system. In some places in India, it is abolished, but in many places it is still running. The idea of the caste system says that if in your past life you were good, you were reborn as a high caste, such as a warrior or a Brahmin. If you did something bad, you were reborn as a Sudra or a Dalit. The caste system seems to go against all ideas of equality. This is another custom that is related to inequality. The Dalits means the oppressed in Hindu. Dalits are hygiene workers. They are worse than Sudras, much worse. They work with dead bodies, clean sewers, and do other dirty work. Supposedly, they must have done something awful in their past life to make them deserve a life of hard 10-hour-a-day labor, little money, even less food, and many diseases from their dirty work. People shun them. They drink from clay cups that are destroyed afterwards to avoid contamination. Dalit children work just as much as adults. To everyone above them, a Dalit is a filthy bug. Gandhi, who wanted to help Dalits, called them children of God. The Dalits rejected this, though, because people would be more likely to want to help a group of people called the oppressed. Mahatma Gandhi was one of the many historical influences on equality in India. He was an influential speaker who strongly believed in the freedom of Dalits, Indian self-rule, and gender equality. He changed the way people thought by making people want to help others when they saw an injustice and to stand up for what was right. Some people remember Gandhi as a man with modern ideas who didn't help India at all, made it worse. But most people remember Gandhi as someone who wanted to do good, someone who believed in helping everyone. And that's a good thing. Narmad was an influential poet and writer who wrote poems and articles on gender equality. He, like Gandhi, tried to make people see a different side of culture. He thought that men and women should be equal. The Aryans were some of the first invaders in India. They introduced much of Hinduism, including the caste system. This affects equality for the worse, unlike Gandhi and Narmad. No matter how unequal India is or will be, there are always efforts to achieve equality. For example, there is the Dalit Freedom Network, UNICEF Television, and modern influential speakers of whom there are too many to count. Whatever happens, it is good to know there are people out there who want to help others.